Hi folks, Donnie D here. Out here at my little, excuse me, I don't know, it's kind of hard for me to see what you can see in the camera. Out here at my little range, sitting at 100 yards. Got some steel targets and some paper targets set up down there. I've got my Savage Mark II FVSR. Just going to do a little plinking for a little while just for fun. Right now I'm shooting these CCI standard velocity 1070 foot per second target rounds, and I'm just going to take a few shots. Bear with me when I'm doing the camera by myself. Anyway, Savage Mark II FVSR 22. It's got a BSA 6 to 24 by 44 scope, and let's just see what we can do for fun. Let's see here. Take a couple of shots first, and I'll point the camera down range. Let's see. A little bit of a flyer there. Let me point the camera down range and you can see me doing a few hits. All right, you can see that bottom left paper target there. That's those first 5 shots I sent down there. And except for one flyer, it looks like it's about 1 MOA. We'll measure them up later. So let me just take a few more shots just for funsy onesies. Hope you can see something, because it's hard for me to tell what you're seeing out here with the viewfinder on the camera. The sun, even though it's real cloudy today, is still bright enough to kind of wash it out. Really hard to tell, but let's just take a few more shots. Shooting at that top paper target on the far left. That's a little better. There we go. Shooting a little tiny bit high. I'm going to keep my point of aim right dead center. Bad at all. 100 yards with a 22. Alright, that's that 10 range. Let me pause it and I'll reload. Alright, it looks like the camera's still pointed. I got reloaded. I put some more of the CCI standard velocity target stuff I just shot. Let's shoot at a couple of those to the right, just to the right of those paper targets, so a couple of my homemade self-sealing shooting C's. Just see what that kind of does. We'll shoot at the top one first, the kind of narrow looking one. Whoop, hit right on top of the same hole. Woo! Well, I'm telling you, I love this rifle and this ammo. This rifle loves this ammo. Whoop, there's that 5. I'm going to drop down and shoot another 5 round at the just below that where I was shooting then, on the same target. Great thing about this standard velocity ammo, you can actually see it with a high velocity too, but at 100 yards, looking through this scope, you can actually see the bullet travel. Oops, a little bit high there. That'll probably be me, I'm sure. Yep, right there in the grouping. I think that was 4. There we go, 5. Alright, I'm going to take an aim at that large orange gong. It's actually a farm disc that I made a gong with a center reactive, white center reactive target. Same ammo. Oop, hit a little high. There we go. Still a little bit high what I wanted. There we go. Yeah. All right. Now this rifle here is zeroed at 25 yards using this same ammo, the CCI standard velocity target ammo, and so this rifle is zeroed for that. So right now for this ammo with this rifle, in order to back off to 100 yards from my 25 yard zero, I have to turn 26 1/4-inch clicks. This scope is 1/4 of a MOA at per turn at 100 yards, 1/4-inch. I've got it set at 26 clicks. I'm getting ready to load it up with some Remington Thunderbolts, which is not nearly as accurate an ammo, but to show you the difference, the Remington Thunderbolts being a high velocity ammo, something like 1250 feet per second, still a 40 grain, as opposed to the stuff I was just shooting. I'll back this scope off to 8 clicks up from my point of from my zero. Let me pause the camera while I reload. Okay, I'm loaded up with the 10 rounds of the Remington Thunderbolt high velocity. Like I said, the difference in the ammo from what I was shooting, the CCI standard velocity, I had to crank my scope up 26 clicks from my 25 yard zero here at 100 yards. With the Thunderbolt, Remington Thunderbolt high velocity, I could back that back down to 8 clicks. So, but of course this ammo is not nearly as accurate as the CCI standard velocity, but I'm gonna take a few shots at some of those steel gongs out there just for fun. Maybe I'll hit them. Let's just see what I can do. That's pretty good. Yeah. A little off there. As you can see, it's a little bit harder to keep everything grouped up with this high velocity ammo compared to that standard velocity. Standard velocity is way more accurate. Although I ain't doing too bad. Let's try that one to the top right of the right next to the big gong. We'll go hit a little high. Yep, completely missed that time. Oh, this stuff's all over the place. Looks like. Try that again. Yeah, I'm not doing too good with this stuff compared to that other stuff there. All right, this magazine, I've got I got 5 rounds of the Federal American Eagle high velocity stuff. Should be pretty much the same as the Remington Thunderbolts. Let's try that big gong again. I hit it. There we go. Hit kind of high and to the left. This gun really likes that standard velocity stuff a whole lot better. Getting a little high there. Yeah. Mike can even dial this scope down quite a bit. Oh, I'm sorry, my fault. Yeah, that shows you how stupid I am. I'm sitting here still shooting with it dialed up. Let me dial it down and give this stuff another chance. I'll pause it while I reload and give this stuff another chance. That was all my fault right there. Shows you how dumb I can be. All right, yeah, it's easy to get confused. There I was talking trash about my Remington Thunderbolts, and the whole time I was sitting there shooting it with it set on the 26 clicks that I had for my standard velocity. So let's give this a try again. This is, now I got my scope set right. The first 5 shots is going to be, I'm just going to shoot it still. It's going to be the Remington Thunderbolts high velocity. Let's try that again. I'm going to shoot at that middle top gong, the 8-inch one. There you go, that's a little better. There we go. Get right on the same spot. Thought I forgot how to shoot for a minute there. So I never have learned too much on how to shoot. Alright, I hit him again. Alright. Now the next 5 rounds will be the Federal American Eagle. I'm going to shoot at the gong to the right of that one, the top one to the right. There we go. Yeah, you can actually see the bullet travel with this stuff on this scope at 100 yards. Kind of neat. And as you can see, I'm hitting my target okay, but I'm not grouping nearly as well as I was with the standard velocity stuff. But it still does pretty good. And of course, a lot of that is me. Alright, let's pause the camera and we'll walk down there and just look at what we were doing there, or what I was doing there. Alright, back down here at the target stand here. This is the first 5 shots that I made while I had the camera pointed toward me using the CCI standard velocity. It's not too bad. It's spread out a little bit. There's a flower right there. If you go with these 5 right here, it's pretty close to 1 MOA. However, up here, the second time I did 10 shots, and I've got 1, 2, 3. I got 4 that are kind of off, but the other 6 right there are well within 1 MOA. That's at 100 yards. And then I did the same thing up here, 10 shots. Had 1 flower here, look right here, but 5 of them or 4 of them up here in this little group is about a bit less than 1 MOA. Same thing down here, the next 5 of the 10 shot group with the again the standard velocity CCI. And then over here on the steel, as you can see, didn't do too bad. Once I corrected my error on my scope setting, it's easy to get confused. Actually, the stuff did better than I thought it was going to do. The high velocity Thunderbolts and the American Eagle high velocity stuff on the gongs here. But you can see I have a little bit wider spread. This is maybe 2 MOA with a flower here. And over here is quite a bit more scattered around, as well as over here. But anyway, it was kind of fun to do. Let me get around here behind the target stand, prop my camera up, and I'll show you where I was shooting from. You can see my pick-em-up truck there, 100 yards down the way there, shooting right out the back of my pickup truck. But anyway, for now, this is Donnie D out here at my little shooting place, 100 yards, Savage Mark II FVSR. 100 yards, just having some fun plinking. This is Donnie D. I'll see you later. Bye.